Hi, welcome back for another video. I'm Nick from A Load of Old Scrap. I make sculptures from scrap, salvaged, recycled, sometimes new metal. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to make a sculpture today. So I'm going to make some adaptations in the workshop. The idea is, on the extreme CNC plasma table that I've got, when parts drop down between the slats, they drop down into the water tray underneath. And it can be a bit of a pain when you've got lots of pieces that have dropped down, and I tend to cut small pieces, so they do drop a lot. It can be a bit awkward at times to try and fish them out if you're in a rush. So the idea is I'm going to build a tray that can go underneath and just slide that out. Hopefully all the pieces will just slide out and come along with it. Let's see how we get on. So the tray is going to be made out of expanded metal, so there will be holes in it to allow the dust and stuff to drop through. But there's a nice big gap there, big enough that I can set some supports on the water tray and then have it just running along that. So it's a bit of an experiment. See how we get on with it. If it doesn't work, we've not really lost anything. It's only about 15 quid's worth of metal that I'm using. So right, so I need to get these slats off. I think, I'm sure I saw a video where you can put a piece of wood going that way, one underneath, one on top, bolted together, and you can lift the whole lot out in one. So that actually went pretty well. Only two of the slats fell out on it, which is no problem. I can just slot them back together when it goes back in upside down, so it'll be as good as new. Clear out the table now, get all the crap out from all the bottom of it, and then I'm going to look at how I'm going to do this tray. So I had to change plans slightly. I was hoping to save a lot of the metal that's down in the bottom, all the little offcuts and stuff. It's been there so long, it's got such a build-up of material on it, it's just going to be a pain. It's going to take so long to clear it, it's not worth my time. So that's one of the pieces that I've taken out. You see the thickness, that's the thickness of the metal. That's the thickness of the build-up. Yeah, it's going to take too long, so I'm just going to, all that's going in the scrap bin. Some angle that I'm going to run along like that. What I'm going to do is put some tabs at either end so that it just slots down in. So it slots down and holds onto the water trays nicely. I don't want to weld anything to the table because I'm sure I heard somewhere you can mess up the control box doing that, so I don't want to risk anything like that. The tray will then be some expanded metal framed out with some 10mm square bar and strengthened across the middle and stuff as well. Okay, so we've got one runner in. It's nice and simple, just tabs on the end like I was saying. What I'm going to do actually, what I've sort of noticed, is that this can slide that way more than I was expecting. I should have cut it a bit longer on the ends and then it would have butted up against that. All I'll do instead is cut another piece of angle to go on the inside here. So it'll go on the inside of this beam here, or upright here, up to the end of the leg, and that'll just butt up against that and hold it in place. So do that, do the other side, and then I'll work on the tray. So there we are, we've got the tray done for now. Might need to add some more supports into it. I'm going to put it on the table, see what it works, see what it looks like. As you saw, the expanded metal that I ordered was the wrong size, which is what tends to happen if you don't plan anything out and you just do it out of your head as you go in. But you know, never mind, live and learn. So what I did was trim off the excess that was on the end here, welded it onto the front part there. Reason I've done that, I'm not too worried about there being a gap at the back because nothing cuts at the back. So I've got a good chunk at the back of the table that never really gets cut. So it doesn't overly matter if there's no mesh there because nothing's going to fall down there anyway. If it becomes an issue, I'll buy some more of it and just tack a bit on. So let's see if it fits. Now when we look down through the slats, we've got the tray that I've just done. Now I was thinking I was going to need to put more supports in on it because there's nothing in the middle for the support, but the water tray, I forgot the water tray is two separate ones. So if we have a look here, so we've got two separate water trays in underneath. So if there is a load of weight on it, it's just going to push down and it'll run and slide along that middle section. There's probably an inch of clearance underneath there, so there's plenty of room for anything dropping down. Look at that. And because of the slats, I can pull the tray out to that sort of distance without it folding right up. Probably go a bit more, but there's not much point. So put that back in. Fits really nicely. Happy with that. I'm going to cut something and see how well it works. Tree. Obviously I don't need these pieces, it's just a demonstration to show that it would work. The idea is that all the dust that will build up on it and the sort of dross and stuff will build up on the expanded metal. You can pull the entire tray out, hit it on the back a few times all over, just tap it all over the back. And I'm pretty sure that's just going to knock it all off. So that's going to be it for this video. That tray is going to come in so handy for me, it's going to make life a lot easier. So many pieces drop down between the slats on the table because I cut so many small things for sculptures. it drops down in. Now that I've got that, it's going to make life easier. Pull the tray up, pick the pieces up, on I go. Good thing as well is it's meant that I've swapped the slats over, I've emptied the water tray of all the crap that was in there, so I can put some water back in, which will help with fumes and dust in the workshop. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the kind of things that I'm doing. Other than that, have a good day.